Our first story is about a woman who finds herself in a parenting limbo. So welcome Story District's own Vijai Nathan.
When I was 10, I knew that I was destined to become a mom. I had even picked out their names: Summer, Whisper, and Sky. Yeah, in retrospect, I can see that it sounds like I was planning on birthing a trio of strippers. But I just wanted to give them beautiful American names. And, you get older and you realize that dreams die. And when I found myself still single in my early 40s, I had to make peace with the fact that I was probably never going to get married or have kids. And this was liberating. I wasn't waiting to become somebody's mom or somebody's wife. And I'm sure my imaginary daughters were thankful that I saved them from life on the pole. And one night, I went out with this guy, and I was really surprised that he'd asked me out because I'm Indian, and he is from the South and looks like a frat boy version of Fred Flintstone. But we fell in love, and now 2 years later, I went from just dating him to now living with him and helping him parent his 3 beautiful, blonde, blue-eyed kids. Now, I was pretty excited to meet them. The oldest was a girl, the tween, let's call her, was 11. The boy was 8, and the baby girl was 5. Now, I didn't know if they would match up to Summer, Whisper, and Sky, but this could have been my chance to be a mom. And kids always loved me because I am very, very immature. And the girls were easy. Apparently, glitter is the only currency that I needed. The boy was a challenge, though, and after I took a loyalty oath to only root for his teams, the Capitals and the Nationals, I was finally approved by him. And after a couple of months, I kind of felt like, I don't know why my sister and my friends are complaining about being a mom. It's kind of like easy, I mean, I can totally do mom stuff. And so one afternoon, I was left alone with the girls. So I was going to shine as a mom-like object. And so I was like, hey, so what do you want to do, girls? And the oldest says, I want to go shopping. And the baby says, I want to throw a surprise tropical party with flamingos, balloons, and gummy bears. So we head to the dollar store, and I let them go nuts on tropical decor, and about $70 in, I had to stop the baby when she wanted to get 20 Paw Patrol balloons, and I had to say no and brought her down to 1. And we head to the checkout, and the white dude behind the counter goes, looks at me, then looks at the kids, and says to the kids, is she your nanny? Let's unpack this. Maybe it's not racist or super weird to see an Indian woman with 2 little white blonde kids and think that I'm the nanny. But it felt really weird that he asked the kids instead of the adult who was with them. So I just smiled really tightly and said, no, I'm their dad's girlfriend. And we walked out to the car, and I was just fuming and so annoyed that I had to explain myself. I should have said, actually, these are my girls. They're Indian albinos. Thanks for pouring salt on that wound. So we get home, and I'm about to tell the girls to bring all the party stuff in, and the baby is pissed, still pissed about the Paw Patrol situation, and she runs into the house, into her room, slams the door, and locks it. Okay, she's 5. My parents would have they would have killed me if I behaved like that. They would have forced me to go and return all that crap to the dollar store and then left me for dead in the parking lot. And I couldn't deal with this bratty behavior. I couldn't tolerate it. So I was going to go parental on her, but, in the calm, kind of Oprah way. So I knock on the door. I said, "Baby, can you let me in?" And she comes to the door, unlocks it, and walks away. She doesn't open the door. That is a freaking power move. I mean, she's 5, and I'm like, what is she reading, the Art of War in there? I mean, it's a picture book, but still. So I open the door, go sit on her bed, and she is just playing with her Paw Patrol dolls, completely ignoring me. And I say, "I'm sorry that you're upset, but I'm really sad that you got so mad at me. I really thought we were going to have a fun time." Nothing. She's like got CAI training or something. And so I say, "I really wish you would talk to me." And she turns around and says, "Well, I really wish that my dad didn't have a girlfriend. And I really wish you weren't here. And I really wish that I didn't have to be with you right now. I don't want you." Oh my God, that hurt. And I tried not to cry in front of her because that just makes them stronger, right? But the tears were down my face before I left the room. And I decided in that moment that she had a mom, she had a dad. I was not a parent. She had a choice. So I wasn't going to try to be parental. I was just going to be me, Vijay, a Vij. And a Vij will make you hot chocolate when your dad won't. Will quiz you on your spelling test. Will try to work in a fart or butt into any conversation just to make you laugh. Will let you hang your head out the window while she's driving and just sing Justin Bieber songs at the top of your lungs into the wind. Being a Vij is awesome. The nightly ritual with their dad was he would tuck them in. And after a couple of months, they would start to ask for me, too. And I would always stay a little after their dad had left. And this was a time when the baby would tell me that she was really a secret agent. And the boy would ask me who I thought would win in a fight, Spider-Man or Bryce Harper. And the tween would tell me things that she wasn't sure how she should tell her parents, like about the boy who was following her at school and professing his love for her. And one morning, my boyfriend woke up really late. He was freaking out, frazzled. He woke up late for a meeting, and the girls had already been dropped at school, but he still had to drop off the boy. And I'm the Vij. I was like, "Hey, I can do this. I'll drop him off on my way to work." And the boy was also already 20 minutes late to school. So we get in the car, we're bopping to Bieber, and we pull up to the front of the school, into the driveway. And I'm letting him stay for the rest of the song, because I'm kind of cool like that. And then he says to me, "Hey, Vij, guess what? I tricked Dad, and I took a can of Sprite for snack." Why did he tell me? He knows he's not supposed to have soda. He's actually allowed to have soda one day a year on his birthday, which I find rather draconian, but fun Vij would have let him have it. But I know that his dad would never let him do this, and I know what the parental thing to do is. "Hey, buddy, I don't think it's a good idea. You should just leave it in the car." And then his face goes from cute little devil into demon in seconds. And he flings the can into the front seat and runs to the school door and buzzes the button to get in. Okay, I could not let him get away with this brattiness, and I didn't want him to go into school so angry and upset. So I run out of the car, and he is white-knuckling the handle of the door because it still hasn't opened yet. And I'm just like telling him, just stay here, just calm down for a second. But he is refusing to look at me. So then I wrap my arms around his waist so he won't slip in when the door opens. And then it becomes this situation where he's actually parallel to the ground. And I'm kind of like Supermaning it or something. And he's screaming, let me go, let me go. My mom and dad need me to go to school. Let me go. And that's when I notice the cameras. And I know everyone in that front office can see everything that's going on, and they have no idea who I am. They have no idea what I am to this child. And I can see the headlines now, like Indian immigrant nanny manhandles 8-year-old boy outside of Virginia Elementary. And the presidential tweet, she's one bad hombre. And just then, a white woman comes out, followed by a huge African-American man. And I'm thinking, they need 2 people to take me down? And she comes out and she looks at the boy and says, hey, buddy, you okay? And I explain, well, actually, I'm his dad's girlfriend, and he's upset because he lied, and I'm just trying to calm him down before he goes into class. And yeah, I know, really, it looked like I was trying to calm him down. And by that time, he has found a granola bar somehow magically from nowhere, and this kid is just chewing it furiously like a squirrel. And it's calmed him down enough, though, and he lets me just say to him, I'm sorry, I am on your side, but I can't lie to your dad, and I love you. And he says, I love you too, bitch. And then he walks into the school. And then I sit in my car and I just break down in tears. I'm humiliated and heartbroken, and I was just trying to be the fun veg, and I couldn't. I was more than that to the kids. And I was just more than that, and other people needed to know. So I told my boyfriend immediately that he had to tell the school exactly who I was and put me down as someone who could drop them off and pick them up. And so he put me down as partner. Now, partner, I don't really like that word. Because it's like, either it's like, this is my business partner, or it's like, howdy, partner. And I don't know what the right word for it is, because I'm not a mom and I'm not a stepmom. But whatever I am, I know that we are a family.